Carolina Schmid from PILATESwiss, and I'm giving teacher tips for Pilates and yoga teachers on how to make your Pilates and yoga teaching more efficient. 3 tips today, your verbal teaching. And before I get into my 3 verbal teaching tips for today, I just want to speak a bit about how we use yoga and Pilates at the PILATESwiss studios in Zurich and in our teacher training programs. Pilates and yoga, from an anatomical point of view, are the strongest core local muscle recruitment possible. And from an anatomical side, they complement themselves so amazingly. If my joint is sick, under tension, there's nothing like yoga to stretch and lengthen those muscles and relieve tension on that joint. And if my vertebrae, my joints are lack in stability, there's nothing like Pilates' visceral approach to give my joints of my skeleton and my alignment stability. So we use Pilates and yoga complementary, and we use the visceral style. And Joseph Pilates himself based his mat class foundation on the Pawan Mutka series of yoga. You can Google Pawan Mutka series. So 3 teacher tips that I am sharing today to make your yoga and Pilates teaching more efficient are: avoid unnecessary cues. That means you're not helping your client or teaching effectively if you're saying stuff like breathe, good, or even giving moments of silence. Awful. Everything you should teach should be directed to the client, participant, yogini in front of you. The cues should not be the same old thing that you say every time. Every time you teach a movement idea, vary it. If you're doing roll up from Pilates, roll up standing, try using the cue like a swan pulling its head out of Lake of Zurich. And the next time you do the exact same teaching cue, vary it and try like a baby fern growing out of the jungle. The movement idea is different, but the participant pays attention and hears you and gets a verbal image to perfect that movement that you're trying to convey. And the 3rd teacher tip is formulate how you teach into polite. So if you're giving modifications and cues, try saying, those of you who feel comfortable can try lengthening the lever. Modifications are not necessarily always tougher. You can also say, those of you who feel like it can try child's pose for this cycle of my vinyasa. It conveys you are comfortable here, you are sheltered here, you are welcome to do what your personal yoga practice, what your personal energy level and mood is like today. And it gives the client a feeling of being welcome and seen. So try these 3 teacher training tips. Give me your feedback. I'm Carolina Schmid from PILATESwiss. You can swipe, you can follow, you can subscribe. Thank you for being here today at our teacher tips.